Hello and welcome, fellow bookworms and film fans. Welcome to this week's episode of the Content Narrative, where we will be looking at The House of Many Ways by Diana Wynne Jones. Now, this is the third in the Howl's Moving Castle trilogy, and my beloved Michael, I've been wanting to get it for ages, and I keep going, I'll get it soon because it's Folio Society, just like my other two. And I keep saying, oh, I'll get it later. And he got it for me for Christmas. So obviously I busted it open straight away. And so in the previous one, Hal wasn't in it very much, and he kind of appeared at the end. He is very much in it in this one. So basically it follows Charmaine, although for some reason I kept reading it as Chairman. Don't know why, but it follows Charmaine, and she goes to look after Great Uncle William's house, and it's the House of Many Ways, and it's got all these different sort of like turn right and then clockwise and then 3 jumps to the left and you'll find the bathroom or stuff like that. And then it's also got this story going on with Howl and Sophie have been hired by the king to find out where all the money is going and why the kingdom is so poor, because they don't understand where it's all gone, because it makes no sense, because, you know, they're going through all the receipts and everything going, hang on a minute, why? And Charmaine kind of ends up entangled in that plot line as well. And you've got like a Lobok, which is like this weird purple insecty thing that can like inject you with its eggs, where you would then die when the eggs are born. I know, interesting. And it's just a really lovely magical story. And especially when Charmaine starts realising that she's got like powers and things like that, and she's actually quite gifted at magic. And I'm not going to tell you how it ends, because in the book reviews I do not tell you how they end, because I feel like you should experience that yourself. But it was just a really, really nice book, and like it was just like, it had like the magic and the mystery, and you know, and you had Howl and Sophie, who are now married, and they have a little boy called Morgan, and you've still got Calcifer in it, and then you've got Waif, who's this little dog that kind of adopts Charmaine. Well, you know what it's like when dogs are like, you're my new master, I will love you forever. And it's just so sweet. And like, I love her writing style as well, because it is just so easy to read. Like, sometimes you find, especially with like fantasy and sci-fi and magic and stuff like that, they come up with words and places and names and things, and you're sat there going, how would you say this? Like, I know how it's supposed to be said, but how would you actually say this? Whereas this, I'm literally, apart from the Lubbock, but they were actually, like, you sit there and go, oh, okay, so you can kind of hear it in your head. And I would 100%, you don't even have to read them in order, particularly, because they're not intertwined as much. But I would say you probably need to read Howl's Moving Castle first to see how Howl and Sophie got together. It's a gorgeous story. But The House of Many Ways is definitely like a 5 out of 5 book for me. It is just, I was scared, because I was looking forward to it so much, that I would be disappointed by it. But I mean, look at the artwork as well. They're just, it's just, I love Folio Society books. I do, I really do. It's just a shame they're so damn expensive. But if you can, you don't have to buy at Folio Society, because as I said, these are like 45, 50 quid minimum. That's kind of the minimum you're kind of paying. But if you want to get it on Kindle, download it, you know, get it paperback, hardback, borrow it from your local library, I would strongly recommend you do this, because it is such a lovely whimsical book that honestly, I couldn't put it down. I got it done in like a day. I honestly did. It was just such a, well, 2 days, because, you know, work commitments, but it was lovely. But anyway, thank you so much for your continued support. Remember to click subscribe at the bottom so that you're alerted whenever new videos come out. And thank you so much for you guys continuously watching my videos. I do get to your books eventually, I promise. There have been ones that have been recommended in the past that I have reviewed, so I do keep them on a list. My list keeps growing, but there is a list. But remember to always keep it contento.